Jawaballs! There he is again. Look who it is. It's Jacob. What's your last name, Jacob?
Regolia Rosenbaum.
It's Jacob. That is a mouthful, and I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. So here we are. It's Mechanicon. We're getting kind of on in the night. What is it, about 8 o'clock at night, guys?
At least.
It's 10 of 9, almost 9 o'clock. So moving on, it's 9 o'clock at night, and I just played against Bill here, my new friend. I met him at Battle for Salvation. Do you mind me saying where you're important or why you're important?
Sure, go ahead.
Bill works for Turbine Games, the game that develops Dungeons and Dragons Online and Lord of the Rings Online. He's one of the game developers. He's the guy responsible for creating the. Do you mind me saying this?
This might be okay.
Might be okay? I don't want to break any of your secrets.
Don't say anything about what I can say. I worked on the guild stuff at the auction house.
Yeah, that's all I was going to say. Yeah. He's the guy responsible for bringing you the search function on the auction house for the auction system in the DDO game, which I happen to play, and it works great. Great job, Bill. And Bill and I just played Blood Angels vs. Blood Angels, and it was a kill point mission, which I got the advantage playing my defensive mindset. I had to force myself because I'm very tempted to play offensive, but I played defensive and I ended up taking the victory, forcing Bill to come at me. But let's get to the meat of what's going on here. Last week I posted up, yeah, there it is.
The Storm Wardens.
The Storm Wardens
are arriving at Mechanicon.
Thank you, Jacob.
It's a classic Storm Wardens drop pod assault, assisted by the Rhino Rush. And any moment they'll be reinforced by a couple of Land Raiders.
Awesome.
Led by some Sobieski painted, super fantastic banner goodness.
Oh, that was painted by Ron Sakowski.
There it is.
Beautiful. I'm not in macro mode, so I can't zoom in for that. Not yet, but I will.
Trust us, it's fantastic. Check the website.
Yeah. So I was very upset with myself for not being able to get any good pictures of these models at Games Day. It was a very busy day for me. It just didn't happen. But I'm going to make up for that right now by spending the next 80 shots on my DSLR. There it is. On taking pictures of those guys and getting just beautiful shots for you, the viewers of YouTube. So yeah, he's busting them out now.
I won't. This in 25 minutes.
It's a tournament going on over there.
Oh.
Battlefield Gothic.
Is that it?
Well,
there's a couple tournaments, right?
So what?
Are you guys in the tournament?
Yes.
Sweet. So
what happened to that kill team tournament thing?
That's going on tomorrow. Tomorrow. I may or may not be involved.
That's the key to it.
All right, so we're gonna let Jacob bust out his boys here, and then I'm gonna come back and take some more video. And I'll get in macro mode so I can get close. And yeah, so this is gonna make up for what I missed at Games Day. I can't wait. I've been drooling at the chance. I was hoping he would come. So here we are. It's Mechanicon Friday night, 9 o'clock. More to come. What's your name again? Robert over here. Chris. Jawaballs. Robert was just enlightening me about where he locally plays. It's like almost a 50% TOW rate at the tournaments that they have at their place, which is absurd.
Yeah, at least it leads to like Land Raider spam lists not working.
Yeah, yeah, I would imagine. My list takes a beating as TOW. However, I mean, all I need is like one of my squads to get up there, and then
well, yeah, you can just slap
it's over.
Down.
But anyway, okay, so let me finish up with this video I'm shooting here. So I'm shooting up the Storm Wardens army here. We got them all out on the table, and I just shot a bunch of pictures, which are the first part of this video. So now I'm gonna just shoot some video of the rest here and talk about. Hey Jacob, you want to do some talking about your guys here? So I got it in tight macro mode. So I guess we could just talk about maybe the squads or something as we pan across. Have you had any luck playing with these guys yet?
Absolutely. I think definitely the entire MVP for the entire army so far has been the chaplain.
Let me work my way that way without going too fast.
Without going too fast, obviously the command squad,
okay,
excellent.
So we're at the chaplain
But
now.
here we go. This ferocious chaplain right here.
Not too close.
Not too close. There he is.
There, that's good. Let me zoom in a bit. Excellent.
His the blending job on his Crozius right there is so good that he can't actually fail any of his 4-up saves.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that was part of the painting effect, but actually it is so
Painting
superior.
does have an effect on dice.
But yeah, he
Who painted that one? Do you know?
I can't remember.
I lost track of who painted what. But it is gorgeous, and like the video,
it looks like
the
it
video
might be
doesn't
wrong.
do it justice. It's just fantastic.
Yeah. But this guy and the assault terminators that he's standing with have been time and again the most hard-hitting of the Storm Warden's force. The land speeder here has a pretty spectacular record of arriving in places one should never deep strike in 40k, like 2 inches from the table edge, but behind everybody else,
yes.
and it lands just right, gets that extra hit. Not surefire, but spectacular record thus far. And if I was a better Marine player, I could tell you better stories about how wonderfully these tactical squads have done, but mostly I've used them to scare and intimidate people while I win with other units.
I think as the meta game evolves, I'm not even sure what that term really means, except for the fact that it refers to like tournament and Uber gaming.
Right.
I think that your army is going to come into its own because Dark Eldar are going to kind of chase armies like mine off the table. So it's predicted. I don't know if I believe that or not, but we'll see. However, all your tactical Marines might come in really handy with these drop pods.
They're doing a great job so far. But again, I've due to this being an orc player for my entire life up till now, finding myself with only a handful of scoring units to hold the entire board down with, has forced me to use them in peculiar ways, like running forward at people on foot for the first 3 rounds and then running backwards for the next 3.
Such is the life of the Space Marine player.
Yeah.
Welcome to only 3 or 4 troop choices.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Let's see. I think actually it was your tactical squad here which pulled a what potentially could have been a humiliating defeat for me last night out and got me the draw by advancing, knocking off some guys, and then retreating, claiming an objective, and blowing up an enemy rhino in the last turn.
There it is,
there
right?
It is.
Equipped with the Melt-A-Gun.
The Melt-A-Beam, nothing like a heat ray.
Yeah.
Like, that's the old sci-fi standby.
Yeah.
No matter what you call it, it always works.
When you look at the fluff, the Fantasy Flight guy sent us the fluff for the Storm Wardens as they were written.
This is it.
And I'm the only guy that really even followed the fluff out of all the builders because the Storm Wardens favor heavy bolters and Melt-A-Guns. Such is why I placed one of those each of my tactical squad. You know, when you look over at this squad, we got a flamer and a missile launcher. Oh, I mean, granted,
Hey, it's free.
It's free, definitely. And also, I have a little bit more resources than some of the other guys that were painting in this, which means the guy that painted this, I don't know who I think these were actually done by the Fantasy Flight guys themselves, that tactical squad. And that's the standard armament that comes with the box set, which is perfectly fine. Don't get anything wrong. Don't misinterpret what I was saying about comparing squads here. The command squad is gorgeous. Ron Sakowski, trying to get them all like into a group here so I get a group shot.
Yeah, here we've got
A couple of veterans.
the veterans. We've got the Apothecary Without Borders, who is the inspiration for the charity. We've got Ron's spectacular standard bearer. We've got the champion by an individual who's standing very close to us right now. We've got the chapter master.
Yeah, that chapter
These-
master is fantastic.
Yeah, these gentlemen, when the points limit is high, they come in to win some games.
The command squads don't really have a good spot in a low point, or even 1850.
Even 1850.
1850 is not like you need like 20. You need like hard boys to play. Even a hard boys, I would never
They're
play a command
still-
squad.
yeah, they're still
This whole squad is what, like 400 points.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of dudes in power armor. It's not really worth it. But they are still gorgeous nonetheless.
They may not feel the pain, but when we're putting the army list, I think it's the army builder feels the pain
Army
at
builder
that point
feels the
cost.
pain. I hear you, man.
No 4-up save for us.
How's this boy do for you?
You know, he does okay.
Do you drop down of a
the
pod?
Drop pod? It's always the drop pod with that guy, just because of the limited range on that multi-melta. But
Hold on, let me see if I can get this shot, because that is just beautiful.
it's just beautiful.
This is
the illuminated manuscript
Yeah.
covering 40% of the surface area.
It's just gorgeous.
You can't argue with it.
I hope you guys are able to see the high. I'm trying my best to improve my videography here. Yeah, go ahead, Jake. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say, this guy generally pops out with a Deathwind missile launcher pod, because while he costs a lot more points for a sort of similar effect to this drop from space multi-melta, the staying power of a Dreadnought that's dropped in versus a armor 10 all around when you're doing suicide drops is can't be overstated.
Yeah, it's.
So yeah, this guy.
Is he venerable?
I have played him as a venerable once. Otherwise, because I was being skimpy on points, he's just played as ye old Dreadnought with a melta
The
beam.
old Dreadnought Melta. I used to play. Actually, I got third here last year with a Blood Angels list that has 3 Death Company Furioso Venerable Dreadnoughts in it out of pods.
Fantastic.
And it only lasted me a couple of months, but they were amazing because they were just awesome. So a Venerable out of a pod is great.
It's really good.
And then back here, the understated Scouts.
Understated Scouts. The saddest part for me with Scouts is I'm assuming it is for all veteran Marine players, is that they don't get that transport as part of their force organization.
No, it's a fast attack.
It's a fast attack, and it only carries 5 of them. So I have to select a handful of these models to use instead of using the whole squad if I want them to be
Yeah,
mobile.
and sadly, these Scouts are modeled with shotguns in their hands. So really, to make that transport useful, you got to have the fist, give them a combi melta, and put a bunch of assault weapons.
Yep, there it is. There was one game wherein I mounted the Scouts up in the Land Raider with the Chaplain. My advice right off the top is don't do that.
But Scouts and a Raider?
Scouts and a Raider. Didn't have anything else that needed the transport, but having the Scouts being able to assault with their assault weapons out of the Raider actually made for a fairly decent hit when they came out. It was not against a hard target. Don't assault Terminators with a Scout squad out of a Raider. Just because their wheels are nice doesn't mean that they're any tougher.
Scouts in a Raider, but
Neither could the guy I played with, and that's why that they were effective. He was like, "Wait, what? I don't understand. Is there a Scout on that Raider?" And I was like, "There's Scouts in the Raider." But the most important part is that they scored, and so the Raider was able to come up, discharge some Scouts. They scored in, and they were not wiped out when the game ended with them out of charge. So.
Well, very cool, man. I just got a whole bunch of pictures, and I got a 10-minute video. So I'm going to make a video with all those pictures, plus the video here that we just shot on YouTube. And it'll be like part 3 of the unveiling of the Storm Wardens army. I'm so happy you managed to come here, because now I got the video I should have gotten at Games Day. And there he is. And I'm in macro mode, so I can't pan out any farther than that. And it's just gorgeous. Looking at these guys on the table, it's just fantastic. And I hope I get to play against you tomorrow for even more gorgeous goodness. And there it is, wrapping it up. That's 10 minutes on the dot. Get Mechanicon 2010. And it's about 10 o'clock. I'm going to try and grab some food before they close the kitchen upstairs. More to come.